get into Lee Child, get into Jack Reacher, and I think that's pretty true. But for the women as well, they love him.
Yeah, and that's always surprised me. I mean, 24 you mentioned, actually, I'm sure they read these books before they wrote 24. I mean, that was clear. Yeah. And so the male thing, the men, absolutely, I can understand that completely. But what totally took me by surprise was the women. Women of all ages. The oldest reader I ever met was a 101-year-old woman from Scotland. And more than my fair share of women are fans of this series, and it's been an ongoing delight, but also a bit of an ongoing puzzle, because, I mean, I'm only a guy. I don't understand women. Why do they like it?
What did your wife say about that?
She agrees.
She agrees. Yeah.
Yeah. If I get the chance, you know, sometimes you go to a book event and it's like all women, or mostly women in the audience, and I say, look, I'm not going to do the usual thing where I tell you about the book. I want to ask you questions. I want to hear why you like him.
Yes.
Why did you come to things like this? Oh, there's a number of reasons. One is the obvious. You know, he's a big, tough, rugged. I mean, he's not pretty by no means, but he's a, you know, handsome-ish sort of guy, a force of nature.
We don't need pretty. We don't need doing girls who don't pretty.
He's not pretty, but he's also respectful. He respects women, and not in a sort of obvious way. He just takes it utterly for granted that women are equal human beings, to the point where he will help them out, of course, but he'll also kill them if they need killing. I mean, he's just he just treats women like regular people. And the women characters, including in this book, I mean, the women character in this book is a tough, capable woman in her own right.
But that's one of the reasons why people start reading and keep reading. They're not reading cliches, are they?
No, they're not. They're especially not that sort of thriller gender cliche, where, you know, the woman is decorative. I mean, she's very beautiful, I'll give you that, but she's not just there to be a decoration.
Yeah.
She's an equal partner, and I think women appreciate that there is a sense of full participation. You know, you don't have to pretend you're the male hero in these books, you can pretend you're the female hero in these books.
Yeah, because you can be active enough and feel part of the adventure.
Yeah, absolutely, you can be her, and you know, it's quite an adventure.
What's the one you're most proud of?
I think this one is, I mean, you know, I like them all. I think that I try very hard, and I'm pleased with them all, but this one's the new one, and I feel excited about it, and I think it came out really well, and I am happy with it, yeah. What's
next for Jack Reacher?
I have no idea. Like I said, I don't plan. As soon as we've done the promotion for this one, I'll go home and write the next one, and I have no clue what's going to happen. So,
Jack Reacher also, very quickly, film coming up?
Yeah, film coming up. Actually shooting, I think it starts shooting this week, and out in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Wow. And that's jackreacher.co.uk's website did say it's going to be Tom Cruise.
It is going to be Tom Cruise, and people are going to say, well, wait a minute, I just said he's a big, huge guy, not very pretty, so why is Tom Cruise doing it? But what I did learn in the television business is that it is impossible to take the page and put it on the screen without changing everything about it. And that's one of the ironies. If you want the screen to end up feeling like the page did, you have to change everything on the way. And so it will be Tom Cruise, partly because nobody in Hollywood, there are no actors who actually look like Reacher. I mean, there just aren't. You know, he's a giant.
Yeah.
You'd be lucky to find a guy like looking like Reacher at the rugby club. You know, there's nobody in Hollywood. So it's just a question of whoever you pick is not going to look like him.
Yes.
So why don't you pick the best actor and the biggest star?
Yeah.
You know, I'm like Reacher himself. I don't do things by half measures. I didn't want a little movie. I want a big movie with a star and a halo and a glow to it, you know. And I think I've got it, yeah.
Well, we think you've got it, and you've definitely got it, according to everybody who loves Jack Reacher. So yes, watch out for the film. But don't wait for the film if you want to start reading all about Jack Reacher, the character. Lee Child, The Affair, available here on QVC. It's been a real pleasure to have you in. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been a thrill.
And good luck in the future. If you ever get round to learning the guitar, you can come back and search your CD as well.
Okay.
So don't forget, if you want this book from QVC, you can get it with the signed bookplate at the front. Imagine how somebody will feel when they open up the latest Lee Child book, the one that really introduces somebody to the whole of the series where the character Jack Reacher began, and when they open it up on the inside, it's actually signed. Inclusive post and packing and only a phone call away. Don't make it pants and socks for Christmas for that special guy in your life. Make it Lee Child, The Affair.